As men, we have to be willing to see that when the feminine expresses a longing for something more, something deeper, more connective than just mere provision, this is not an attack. This is a beautiful invitation being extended to us. And I know it's hard to see it like that because for so many of us men, we have inherited a very deeply wounded version of masculinity that has been reduced down to just being the mere provider. And we built an identity around this. And so providing is not something that we do or that we don't do, it's who we are or who we are not. And so when the feminine expresses her longing for something more, what we oftentimes hear is that what we are doing is not enough. Because if it was enough, you wouldn't be asking for something more. And this is why it feels like an attack. Because the deeper story that's happening here is that if what we are doing is not enough, that might mean that part of us as a man is not enough. And there's a real fear there. But the truth is, most men, they don't have the capacity to hold that fear, to dance with that fear, to use that fear as a mirror, mirroring back to us the deeper inner growth that's available to us. And so what do? We project that fear and we say really silly and also harmful things like, honey, why can't you ever be grateful? Honey, can't you see how hard I'm working for us? Why can't you just be happy? Honey, why is it never enough for you? And we fully miss it because the truth is when the feminine is embodying her truth and expressing her longing for something more, it's our job to rise to meet her. In so many ways, she is initiating a transformation in us, and that's the gift. Because inevitably, in order to rise to meet her, we're going to have to evolve and expand. And in order to do that, we are going to have to lean into vulnerability. We're going to have to embody authenticity. We are going to have to be willing to allow ourselves to be seen in a greater way. And as a result, we are transformed through the process. We become somebody new. She is literally initiating a transformation in us, and that is the gift. That's the gift. And I think when we find ourselves in this place, we have one of two choices. We can continue to remain small and continue to stay tethered to this very adolescent, wounded version of masculinity. We can shut down the conversation and make her needs feel like a burden. We can play that game, or we can truly man up and we can rise to meet her. And I think it really comes down to one question. What type of man do you want to be?